All right. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, and welcome back to class. Good to see you all. Good morning, everybody. I hope you are doing very well. Welcome to our final session, our final class in our web master course. And today is going to be a wrap up of everything we've been doing. Thank you all for going through this class very well. We have taken our time and we have really explored the course well. Thank you all for the great work you've done. Thank you for the wonderful projects you've built. Thank you for your consistency. Thank you for learning so hard. And thank you for participating in everything we are doing and the community we have here. Thank you, Benedine, for the hard work. Well done on uniting the class and energizing, motivating the class to keep moving on. Thank you and good morning to you all. This is our final session, and I'm going to share my screen and we will tackle the final lesson. And when we are done, we will move on to migrating our website online. So good morning. Someone says almost done. Thank you all. Thank you all. So welcome to our final lesson 21. Actually, this course was designed as a 21-day course. I wanted to make it 16 days by cutting off certain things, but I just realized that making it 16 didn't work out. So it has come back to 21. All right. Originally, when this course started, it was 30 days, and then I reduced it to 21 days, and I was able to pack it into 21 and it worked. This time I was trying to make it 16, but it didn't work. So this is our final lesson, day 21 of our web masterclass with WordPress. We've all gone through this journey and we've gathered important information about building websites. I'm sure you have learned something going through this course. Welcome, Jepandi, Josephine. It's been a while. Not seeing you for just one day feels like a very long time. So welcome. All right, so let's get into this session. And today's session, we will talk about payment processing for e-commerce websites and shipping and delivery for e-commerce. All right, so let's get right into it. And we all understand that creating websites today is easier than it has ever been. A decade ago, you needed to have a lot of skills to build websites, and websites were inferior. Websites were not as intuitive and beautiful like they are today. The tools available were not that good for beginners. But today, with the advancement of technology and the advancement of AI and everything, it is very easy to build websites. Moving forward, AI is going to make it much more easier to build websites. And so it is important for us to understand that today, these are basic skills that tech professionals require. As a matter of fact, non-tech people can do this. So how about tech people? How about tech professionals? These are fundamental skills that we are supposed to have. And it's important for us to apply professionalism when we are working by planning our work on paper and doing our best work as engineers and architects. We have to understand that as tech people, we are expected to provide the best quality of work. Just like I said yesterday, you should never do a shoddy job. You should never build a project that is below standard. You have to have a personal desire to do your best work for every project, no matter the client. This has to be your personal value, your personal goal, your personal quality for excellence. And this is what sets people apart from others. There are some people, they just do one or two, three, they say, I'm done. No. The best of people, the skilled people, skilled professionals, what they do is that they pay attention, like artists who pay attention to detail and come out with masterpieces. They do their best work. And so when they are done, they are seen as real professionals and engineers and architects and people who are able to set up platforms for companies. What we are working on is going into the real world and has to be professional. What we are working on is someone's career is seen as your job, your work, your quality. And so you need to put your best into it and take it seriously and produce the best work. At the bottom of your project, you have to put designed and powered by you and link it to your website. With time, you are going to build a portfolio. You are going to build connections that will lead you to bigger projects. Once the quality is evident in your work will speak for you. And I've always been saying that let your work speak for you. Your work is your certificate. Your certificate is not a paper you are holding. Your work is your certificate. When someone sees your work, they know you are certified. Your work is what draws them to you. When they see your work, they'll be amazed. And some of the works I've seen that you have done are actually fascinating to me. There are some of them, I see them and I'm blown away. There are some of them, I see them and I think, I've never seen students build work at this level of excellence and quality before. So you are doing well. And as tech professionals, we need to have that attitude. We need to have that. It has to be part of us. So we need to keep working that way for ourselves, for our clients, and for every single project that we work on. So plan your work. You can create a sketch before you begin and imagine the important features you need. Let that plan guide you to choosing the right theme, because choosing the right theme for WordPress is one of the most important steps in this process. This project we are working on, it took me some time, more than 3-4 days thinking about the right theme. And when I found it, buying the theme was another issue. But thanks to great people, even in this class, we're able to make the payment and we bought the exponent theme. But your plan will guide that. And you can see how the exponent theme, even though we chose a cleaning version, has been just the best theme for this project. You need to have understanding of technology. You need to have understanding on how to write code in HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. These are basic skills, fundamental skills for tech professionals. If you become a cloud architect, if you become cybersecurity specialist, whatever role you play in tech, you'll still be delving into this. Even in DevOps, you'll still be delving into this. And so, just like I said yesterday, this is like our class 1 training, our basic tech school training. And so these are skills we need to have and build our specializations on them. And so open your mind to coding. Open your mind to HTML, CSS, JavaScript. Open your mind to Python programming. Open your mind to something so powerful like SQL. SQL is one of the most important skills that you will ever need as a tech professional. This is so important. I cannot stress it enough. So important. SQL is a language, and we have the database management systems like MySQL, which is very powerful platform for building websites and web applications. We have SQLite that is also used for mobile apps and simple applications. We have PostgreSQL. We have Microsoft SQL Server. We have the powerful database system that has transformed the world and is used by banks and highly secured institutions, which is called Oracle database. You just need to have an understanding of databases. At the very least, you have to have used Microsoft Access before. In Microsoft Office, we have Word, Excel, PowerPoint. We have Microsoft Outlook, which you have used by now. How about Access? Have you ever created a database with Access before? You should know that Microsoft Access is a database management system. It's the easiest database management system in the world and the most simplest and easy to learn platform for database management. There are some things they should be basic. They should be basic. We just received a message that it is possible that there's an interruption in India, and it is possible that the expert may not make it in the afternoon, but we are still getting confirmation. But then should in case he doesn't make it, I'll probably share one of my lessons in database management for you to go through at least to get the fundamentals of database. And then with time, we will delve into SQL. After SQL is a language that you will definitely need in your specialization. So as you get into specialization, even if in the root phase we don't find time to go through SQL, you will still use it in specialization and you will definitely learn it. Without it, there's little hope for success in terms of being a pro. Whether you're in software engineering, whether you're in DevOps or cloud or you are in web development. Most importantly, if you're into data, databases are everything. Yes. So let's get understanding of databases. With the use of content management systems, we are able to build websites without writing code from scratch. As a matter of fact, it is not every website that you should spend time writing code from scratch. Building projects from scratch are meant for certain projects that require certain custom features. But there are a lot of websites that you will have to create that building from scratch is just a complete waste of time. And in the end, you may not even get the standard and the quality you are looking for because it takes a lot of work to catch up with world class. And so you can use CMS, WordPress, Joomla, Drupal, Wix. They have the platform that you can build websites on easily. And with the right theme, with the right premium theme, you can find the best theme for your website. And so there are several websites. As a matter of fact, more than 50% or probably 60 or more percent of all websites online are built with CMS. WordPress alone takes 43.5% of all websites that exist. And in the CMS market, WordPress is the leader. So you have to learn WordPress. It will save you a lot of time and allow you to produce quality. Even if you are still a learner, you can still produce quality. As a matter of fact, I think we will find time and showcase some of the best work done in this class. If you see what others have done, you are great to be blown away. Some of you have really done well. You have spent time, you have done so well. And I am so proud of you, and I'm so happy that you have learned this skill and you have applied it at this level. Congratulations to you all for the wonderful work you've done. Your time will never be in vain. It will yield fruits for you today and tomorrow. So keep working hard and let's just surprise the world. I keep saying, and probably today may be the last time in a long time for me to tell you again. Reach out. Reach out with your skills. Reach out with your skills. Don't sit on your skills. Don't be there needing a job when you have a job in your hands. Don't be there needing money when you are sitting down. Don't be there needing money to do things when you have money in your hands. The skills you have is money. So reach out and build websites. Until you find your dream job, you can't be building websites. As a matter of fact, you can build websites and you will actually learn how to make it even better and to optimize it to earn more and realize that you are actually making a lot of money. So let's not sit down. At least, even before you wait for your dream job, you have a job already. Unless you didn't go through the course, or unless the course didn't go through you. But if you spend time with us through this journey, right now, you are qualified to build websites for companies. Right now, as we speak, you are qualified to do business. So get started. You have 3 weeks to showcase your first client. Do something great. Do something great. Make some money, and I'll be happy to see how much you've made for yourself out of this course. I want you to have some dollars in your pocket after this training, and I'll be happy to know how much you made. Don't say you don't have a job. Let me tell you, out there on the market, they are looking for people to provide this solution. You don't know because you've not stepped out, you've not ventured out. You don't know because you are sitting down, because you are in your room. But out there, schools need you. As a matter of fact, you can find one theme and build a website for one school and use the same theme to customize for several schools. What will happen is that you understand the theme very well. You will master that particular theme. You will know how to work faster, and you can move from school to school to school to school to school to school to school. And every month you create 3, 4, 5 websites, and you realize that you've made a lot of money. Don't sit down. Don't sit down. Yes. So if you are someone who needs a job now, you have a job. Wake up, arise, reach out, reach out. Please type the word reach out. I said it in the evening class, so if you watch the other video, you hear it. It's a message to you from heaven. Reach out. Tell somebody to reach out. People need you. Schools need you. NGOs need you. Organizations need you. Reach out, reach out, reach out right now. Reach out and do some work. Do some work, build quality, build amazing websites for others. Don't feel like you are not there yet. You see, that is a wrong feeling you should have. Have faith in yourself. Right now, have faith in yourself and just reach out. You realize that that step of faith will yield results. Don't worry about where you are now. If you have gone through this course and this course has gone through you, please have faith and reach out. Someone said that if you call me, then I'll come. Well, the Lord told Peter that come, it is I. And Peter walked on water. So I'm calling you, come. You can do it. And you realize that you're also walking on water. You can do miracles. You can do great things. So reach out and build websites. Make sure you do the best work, choose the right theme, build a right website for your clients. Let your client be impressed. It doesn't matter how much you end up charging, the quality should not be compromised. Do your best work for your clients. Do your best work for your clients. And right now, you would have to spend more time doing your best work. But with time, you realize that the time is going to be shorter and shorter and shorter, and you are going to be able to work faster and faster and faster. But that is how the process is. So as you are learning, as you are preparing, start working, start working, start working, start working, start working. All right, so let's customize our websites, make them good, proving to the world that we are webmasters. We are webmasters. For me, I love to teach. I find teaching as what I want to do, and I always want to prove in it. So I'm also preparing, just like you, to be among the best instructors. So let's keep learning. Let's keep working and Let's do our best work. Formal education will make you a living. Self-education will make you a fortune. What is self-education? Self-education is what you're having now. What Rita Africa is giving you is what you are having now. It's self-education. We want this training to be so practical and should be project-based, should be apprenticeship style, should be hands-on. And as you go through as you go through training like this, although it is difficult and challenging, like you have been through in the past few weeks, let me tell you, this is the key. Trust me, this is how to learn, and you will make it. So don't worry, just go through it. And I'm praying that moving forward, our courses will be like this, that you'll be in the middle of doing things, improving yourself, and meeting deadlines. This is how you have to learn. Trust me. Just receiving lectures just gives you very little. But doing things will give you the practical skills. So we are doing our best to make sure that our courses will be designed like this so that it won't just be classes, listening to lectures and instructors. It doesn't work. When I started teaching, sometimes I teach so well and I feel so good. But in the end, you realize that putting yourself in the shoes of the student, they listen to you, they are impressed by you, but the transformation is little. As I'm growing as an instructor, I've realized that you doing the work is more important than listening to the best lectures. At first, it was hard for me to understand that students are not getting it. The lectures were great, but it doesn't work in the field of tech with just lectures. So let's prepare our minds, let's prepare ourselves before we complete our Rita Africa program. We are going to go through a lot of projects. Just position yourself that way and go through it. Just go through it. Let's be done with it. And you realize that it is going to be great for you. And we will do our best to structure it more professionally and make it better so that you get value at the end of the day. All right. So today marks our final lesson in e-commerce, and we will talk about payment processing and shipping. So this lesson, you just need to keep it until you need it. So I'm going to play a short clip and let's listen to those who were awakened by the revelation of e-commerce and what they did and how they were able to revolutionize the tech world and the whole world. And for some, almost single-handedly transformed an entire economy. So let's take a few minutes, listen to their stories, then we will start talking about payment and online payment processing. If you're ready, let me see something in the chat. Let me see something in the chat. And if you didn't say reach out, please, I'm giving you 10 seconds. Type reach out, for the time has come. Reach out, reach out, reach out.
Startup Stories in association with Olook.in. The greatest empires are sometimes born out of smallest of ideas. Today, we'll talk about the story of the man who has impacted the entire economy and the internet industry of China almost single-handedly. His life is nothing less than the story of Robert, the Bruce, and the Spider that we were taught in our kindergartens. This is the story of the man who is today one of the most valued persons in the world, Jack Ma. Born to a traditional musician storyteller parents on October 15, 1964, Jack Ma was the second child in the family. Jack and his two siblings, an elder brother and a younger sister, had a modest upbringing. During their childhood, communism was at its peak in the country and the residents had little or no contact with the Western world. However, his zeal to enhance his aptitude and acquire new skills was evident from childhood. From the year 1972, tourism boomed in the city and the spirited Jack made the most of the opportunity. He worked as a tourist guide in exchange for lessons in English. Apparently, he also befriended one of the tourists and the two continued correspondence further. His pen pal named him Jack as he found Ma's original name a little too difficult to pronounce. But his education was not all smooth sailing. Jack failed in his primary school examinations 2 times before he got it right. Continuing to middle school, he failed graduating exams 3 times before going through. Well, this was not the end of his failures in the education system. After high school, when applying for universities, he flopped the entrance exams thrice. He wanted to join Harvard University, but he got rejected all of 10 times. Eventually, in his 3rd attempt, he joined Hangzhou Normal University, where he graduated with a bachelor in English. After graduating from college, he applied to 30 different jobs and was subsequently rejected by all of them. He even applied to be a police officer, but they didn't even give him the time of the day, rejecting him with 3 simple words saying that you are no good. Frustrated with the lack of solid employment opportunities after graduating in the early 1990s, Jack relied on his English to teach at the local university he had attended a few years ago. Later, he started a translation service business. Upon his first visit to the United States in the 1995 as a translator, Jack got introduced to the internet. He was totally shocked after he looked up beer from various countries and learned that there was none from China on the World Wide Web, which is a country of about 1 billion people. Jack immediately saw the potential business opportunities of the internet and how it could facilitate the way small and medium Chinese enterprises could do business with the rest of the world. Then, he and his friends decided to launch a website about China and Chinese products online, known as China Page, that listed Chinese businesses and their products. Within the same day, they began to receive emails from people around the world requesting them to partner with their company. That experience taught Jack about the incredible power of connectivity, especially how the internet can greatly impact the global trade, essentially for small medium enterprises. However, due to lack of funding, Jack had to shut down this business. He later took up a government job for a short period at the Ministry of Foreign Trade and Economic Cooperation in the latter half of 1990s. There, he also built important connections with influential people that would later impact Jack's life and business venture, one of whom was the founding member of Yahoo, Jerry Yang. Later, in 1999, after leaving the government job, Jack took a second bite at the internet-based business ventures by grouping 18 people, including himself and his wife, and sold them a dream to found Alibaba with the goal of facilitating international trade for small and medium ventures based in China. In the early stages of Alibaba, Jack tried to raise funds from the Silicon Valley, which is a tech hub in the United States, but he was met with denials and his business model was criticized to be unprofitable and unsustainable by many during that time. However, not the one to get bowed down easily. Jack continued his efforts to raise funds, and eventually, Jack was successful in getting Goldman Sachs and SoftBank to invest $5 million and $20 million in Alibaba respectively. Later, as the dot-com boom period came to an end in the year 2000, Alibaba faced serious challenges due to its aggressive expansion into international markets. Jack Ma successfully reorganized company's operations, including closing many international branches and focusing on strengthening Alibaba's position in the Chinese market. Thereafter, Jack expanded the services of Alibaba and re-engaged its international expansion strategy. After Jack and Alibaba reorganized their operations and made their mark by driving eBay out of China after just few years in business, Jack succeeded in getting Yahoo to invest a sizable $1 billion for a 40% stake in Alibaba in 2005. Later in 2014, in what turned out to be the largest IPO in the world till date, Jack and his team successfully raised in excess of $25 billion for Alibaba by listing it in the New York Stock Exchange in the United States. That made Alibaba a 15-year-old e-commerce company that has its origins outside of the US as one of the world's largest companies as measured by its market capitalization that was approximately $200 billion. Well, even after achieving such a humongous success, Jack feels that there's still a long way to go ahead. Jack and his team are turning Alibaba Holding Group into a massive conglomerate by acquiring many smaller companies from technology related to logistics and beyond. Well, Jack Ma is one of the world's greatest living examples of entrepreneurship today. Once a poor lad who survived by guiding tourists, Jack left no stone unturned to rise above his humble condition and achieve success. Jack Ma is the kind of an exceptional and talented leaders who redefine the path of success. At the moment, Alibaba Group is worth over $200 billion and is fast on its way to dominate the international e-commerce market. While Jack Ma and Alibaba are yet to witness many more laurels in the future. We at Startup Stories wish Jack Ma all the very best and hope he keeps inspiring many more generations to come. Thank you so much everyone for suggesting us to do a video on the man himself, Jack Ma. We hope you liked it. Let us know whose story do you want to see next in the comment section below and we'll have it uploaded on this channel very soon. For more suggestions and feedback, please write to us at info@startupstoriestv.com. Till then, stay motivated.
All right. Someone says, sees how Jack's face has become fresh. Oh my goodness. All right. So some people have made it and they were fascinated by e-commerce and they have transformed their economies, transformed their own lives, transformed their countries, and we too can transform Africa with all that we are learning. All that we are learning. Yes. Allow God to speak to you about what you should do. And I want you to be great. I want you to be a leader. I want you to be transformational. I want you to do something that counts. Something that counts. Yes. And we'll listen to one last one, and then we'll get into the lesson. This is our final lecture, so let's be ready to go through the rest of the content.
Jeff Bezos is one of the most successful technology tycoons in the world currently. He is the founder and CEO of Amazon.com, which is the largest retailer on the World Wide Web. The company has become a role model to every online retailer in the world, standing on the 5th spot on the Forbes list of billionaires of the world. Jeff Bezos is simply unstoppable. Today, we talk about the success story of this innovative founder of Amazon.com. The company, which today has a market cap of over $295 billion, was started out of Jeff's garage 30 years back. The year was 1994 and Jeff was working diligently on Wall Street. At 30 years old, he began to see the internet revolution take place and made the decision to quit his job and start an internet company. The wake-up call was finding the startling statistic that web usage in the spring of 1994 was growing at 2,300% a year. After making a list of the top 20 products that he could potentially sell on the internet, he decided on books because of their low cost and universal demand. It turns out it was just the beginning of a bright and an illustrious future. The initial startup capital came from his parents' personal savings. They invested a large fraction of their life savings in what became Amazon.com. After getting immense amount of traction from the customers, Amazon raised a Series A funding of $8 million in 1995. In 1997, Amazon went public to raise additional capital. Within 2 months after the funding, Amazon sales were up to $20,000 a week. However, the company has continued to plow their revenue back into the growth, with profit remaining nearly $0 or below, and revenue just kept rising. Post the success of Amazon.com, Jeff Bezos expanded his business to several other verticals, and many other products were added to Amazon.com through retail joint ventures. Growing from strength to strength, Amazon.com launched the Kindle, which is a digital book with multiple features. Later, he launched Amazon Web Services, which is now the envy of all tech giant companies. Jeff's visionary abilities to take big risks have fetched him an enviable position today. Amazon Web Services will remain unchallenged in the near future. What started as a small venture in Jeff's garage is now a symbol of internet sale. He may rightly be called a pioneer in e-commerce, and Amazon.com, which derives its name from South American river Amazon, completely justifies the stature of the company. Jeff Bezos is not just a businessman, but he is a true leader and an inspiration for many young entrepreneurs across the world.
All right, so let's do great things. Jeff Bezos actually quit his job to get into Amazon, to get into e-commerce. He didn't wait to make it first. He actually quit his job. And one powerful thing he did was to set a standard for a company policy which said customer first. So Amazon, their secret to success was making the customer first. And so they didn't compromise on anything. They made sure customers are satisfied. Customer satisfaction was the number one value of the company, and they did everything to make it possible. Delivery time was faster. Delivery time was faster. Delivery time was faster. Every customer problem was prioritized, and they solved customers' problems. And from this video, you heard it, and it's true that when they started, they were putting all the money back into the work, all the money back into the work, just to improve on quality and satisfaction. And it worked. Customers would actually confirm that Amazon treats customer first. And so they really succeeded. They brought everyone on board and they made Amazon so great. And all of this success led to AWS, which is now number one in the world. And AWS is the biggest cloud platform and the future of technology, all by starting an e-commerce business and being devoted to it. So let's learn from these giant and these successful people and let us do great things. I want you to think great. I want you to do great things. I want you to think and do marvelous things. I expect to see you as someone who will stand out. By tomorrow, you should be outstanding. You should be outstanding. So talking about e-commerce and payment processing, one company that also stood out. Look at how simple their logo is. It's another company that was started by two tech people. And little by little, they got support from Stripe. And Stripe actually invested and bought the company. Most of the time, once you get funding, you give out percentage of the shares or ownership equity in the company. And Stripe actually bought Paystack. Stripe is like PayPal, one of the leading payment platforms in the whole wide world. Paystack was started in Nigeria by two software engineers who completed university and wanted to do something. They started and they got help. This is why I'm saying that when you start, you can also get help. And through Paystack, we have solved Africa's problem of online payment. For a very long time, payment processing online in Africa has been a challenge, has been a problem, as a matter of fact. We hear all about e-commerce, we are eager to do e-commerce, but we don't have a means for people to pay us online. We don't have a means for people to shop and make payments. So for the lack of payment processing, e-commerce has suffered a lot in Africa. But through companies like Paystack, you can integrate their simple API into your e-commerce website. As a matter of fact, they have a plugin for WordPress. And so in WordPress, you can just receive payment through Paystack. You need to register an account on Paystack. Paystack will take your company details, your documents, and everything. Then give you an account. Through your account, you can generate an API for your normal website. You can use their plugin in your WordPress so easily, or just create simple payment portals and share for anyone who wants to make a payment. Just create a payment link, and anyone who wants to make a payment can pay through Paystack from all over the world. At Rita Africa, we work with Paystack. We have registered with Paystack. Without Paystack, we wouldn't have been able to register most of our Nigerian students because of the restrictions to payment, banking issues, and a whole lot. Kenya is a fantastic country. Kenya has done things so well. Working with Kenya is just so easy. Kenya feels like home. Kenya feels like home. Congrats to Kenya and all of you in Kenya. You have some leaders who have paved the way to make things easier in Kenya. And as a matter of fact, I heard that sometimes, or you don't even need a visa to go to Kenya. Kenya wants to connect Africa. Kenya is doing well. So congrats to all our Kenyans and Kenya. Of course, there are challenges everywhere, but Kenya has done well to advance in tech, connect Africa, and make life easier for Africans who want to do business. So going to Kenya is now very simple. Doing business in Kenya, transacting with Kenya is so simple. Things are easier. Nigeria is a problem. Nigeria is a problem. So Nigeria has done some great work in making sure PayPal is working in Nigeria and other things, but still, Nigeria is a problem. The connectivity, business connectivity, financial connectivity is a problem. So more work needs to be done there. However, Paystack from Nigeria has brought a lot of solutions to us. And your customers will not just pay with their cards, they can pay with mobile money. So MTN, you can pay with MTN mobile money. You can pay with Vodafone Cash. You can pay with Airtel Tigo, or you can pay with your card. So PayPal has been a true e-commerce payment solution for Africans. And so far, by ranking, from the last time I checked, Paystack is the best. So again, you can integrate Paystack into your e-commerce WordPress site from the back end. So we'll try and see how that works. And if you are building any other website, you can still generate an API for your website. Or if you just want to collect payments, you can just use your PayPal Paystack account to collect payments around Africa. This is a true solution. I'll talk about other ones, but Paystack is the first. I want us to watch a short clip about Paystack, and then we'll get into the rest of the lesson.
My name is Shola Akinade, co-founder and CEO of Paystack. I grew up in Lagos, started writing software 2002, 2003. That's when I met Ezra. We went to school together at Babcock University. Sometime in 2015, I figured out that I could charge a card from my computer, that it was cool. At some point, I showed OO, and I was like, yo, guy, this is a company. This is Stripe. We became the first Nigerian company to get into YC. Our story was very simple. The only way we could describe Paystack was like Stripe for Africa. So many people were asking me, oh, do you want to meet Stripe for Stripe? Like, do you want to meet the real Stripe? And we did that. We raised a Series A, $8 million from Stripe and Visa.
Quickly, you have raised $10 million today, and you just finished your Series A, yes, which is at $8 million.
Yes.
So tell us what...
Both companies are really aligned. I think we're trying to do the same thing, help people start and scale internet businesses, increase the GDP of the internet. And I think about how over the next few years, there are going to be bigger exits because now it can be done.
Your growth has been, I think the technical term for it is completely nuts.
If one of the most sophisticated companies in Silicon Valley can acquire a company from our ecosystem, like that is just going to unlock a lot of opportunities. This is going to tell people that you can make things and you can like it can work, you can build your dreams and you can get it done. What would you do if you had all the resources to do it? This is my opportunity to answer that question. I'm a product guy. I just want to work. I just want to shape things. I just want to build stuff. This was the dream and I'm living the dream.
Maybe I'm a fighter, never backing down. Maybe I'm a soldier, standing my ground. So if you're gonna fight me for my heart, all you gonna get is battle scars. Baby, I'm a tiger, 20 steps ahead. Baby, I'm a viper, gon' bite your dead. So if you're gonna fight me for my heart, all you gonna get is battle scars.
All right, so I like your logo, I like Paystack, I like your story, I like everything. I like that. Congrats to Nigeria, congrats to Paystack, congrats to all the software engineers in Nigeria, congrats to our Nigerian colleagues. You guys have done well. You've made us proud. And I like the motivation. You can do it. You can do it. Yeah, so Paystack is a true solution. A really great solution. Yes. Yes, you sabi packaging. Paystack is a real and a true solution. Yes. Well done, and I like it. It's wonderful. Yeah. So Paystack is a solution. In WordPress, you can integrate your Paystack into your WordPress, and you can easily build your website with WordPress. And so from the back end, I'm doing some configuration in my XAMPP. I just realized that I'm unable to do this, but let me check one thing quickly, and we shall see. But Paystack, in your WooCommerce, you are going to see Paystack. So you just connect it. You make sure you have an account with Paystack. Then in your WooCommerce, you can connect your account. So right now, as we speak, the problem of online payment has been solved. What is left is the integration that you have to do to ensure that you integrate it into your project. So when it's time, just go through it and solve it because it's done. It's not like before that we had a real problem with payment. Right now, there's a solution. The only thing left is for you to do the integration. Yes, so don't restrict yourself. Go ahead and integrate payments into your web. You know, we've gone through a journey to be here. As a matter of fact, have insight into all that we've been through to be here. And I'm proud of Paystack and the work they have done. I'm truly proud of Paystack. Truly, truly proud. So they've done a wonderful work. So let's see if in the dashboard in WooCommerce, let me see settings. And Paystack is not the only platform I'm going to talk about. We'll talk about others as well. So under payment, this is where you decide how you receive payments, okay? If you don't want to integrate online payment, which is also done, you use cash on delivery. The moment you check on this, your customers will be able to place the orders. They can place the orders, and they'll see at the payment checkout page that payment is cash on delivery. This is an option as well. This is an option as well. Apart from cash on delivery, you can also set up direct bank transfer, and they will receive details to transfer to your bank. They can also receive details to pay with check. Or even WordPress, WooCommerce is recommending Paystack. You see, they're not recommending any other recommended payment providers. We recommend adding one of the following payment extensions to your store. The extension will be installed and activated when you click on Get Started. See? So once you click on Get Started, Paystack helps African merchants accept one-time and recurring payments online with a modern, safe, and secure payment gateway. The reason I like Paystack is because they have advanced in their systems. Because of working with Stripe, Stripe is behind Paystack. And so since Stripe is a global platform that is secure, that is effective, because they are behind Paystack, Paystack is secure, effective, and really good. So Paystack is a solution. You just click on get started and then you follow it. So you've seen it. So without wasting much time, I'm going to show you another solution. So apart from Paystack, we also have Flutterwave. Please type Paystack in the chat for me. Paystack, I'll use it for reference. Type Paystack in the chat for me. Paystack. Paystack. Okay. I don't know if anybody can hear me. All right. Then, after typing Paystack, please type Flutterwave. Flutterwave. So the second solution is Flutterwave. As a matter of fact, Flutterwave really started out great and was connecting Africa little by little. They were doing so well. The only reason why Paystack has rose above Flutterwave is because of Stripe, the backing of Stripe. $200 million and the integration and direct Stripe is behind Paystack. So that is why Paystack has been effective and it's good. Flutterwave has done well, but it has some limitation, a little. Our Paystack is just smooth. So our next video will be Flutterwave, and we will see which country Flutterwave is from. So if you get to hear the country, then we thumbs up those from that country as well. Okay, so this video didn't give us the information. I think it's a different video. All right, so Flutterwave is another amazing solution, and Flutterwave is awesome. Also accepts mobile money and provides the same solution that Paystack provides. This is another option. And Flutterwave, let me click on this link called company. Okay, so this is the same video we watched, and you realize that Africans are divided by so many things, and it has hindered our progress. We are so separated, we are so scattered. Nigerians would say scattered and divided, and it has been a problem, especially in terms of business. And in the past, it was designed that way intentionally so that it will hinder our progress. I don't want to sound negative, but it was designed that way so that we will all be fighting for ourselves, each man for himself. But the time has come for Africa to unite and come together. The time has come for us to work together in terms of business and several others. Africa Unite, that is it. So Flutterwave also has offices everywhere. They are connecting everywhere in Africa. As a matter of fact, Flutterwave is doing so well. So Flutterwave, founded in 2016 and headquartered in San Francisco and Nigeria, Flutterwave aims to make it easier for Africans to build global businesses that can accept any payment across Africa. Now, Flutterwave is not really from Nigeria, a Nigerian company. Okay. All right. Let me find the other video that I thought I was going to show you. And let's see the source of Flutterwave. If Nigeria wins this one, let me see the video I wanted to show you. This is the same video we watched. Wow. He left USA to build a billion-dollar tech company in Nigeria. All right. So there is a video that I used to play about I think this one, about the founding of Flutterwave. So maybe it's been a long time since I played it. So I thought it was from somewhere else. So let's see if Flutterwave is also from Nigeria or from somewhere else.
So it's very simple, right? If for Africa to leapfrog, we need to have three things: logistics, payment, and commerce. Our job right now at Flutterwave is to build the payment part of that. And to solve that problem for us, Africa payment is highly fragmented. You go to Nigeria, you go to Kenya, the payment types are different, they are diverse, but they work. So our job at Flutterwave is to build a common payment infrastructure that connects everything together and makes it easy for a business to accept payments online or in-store through Flutterwave. So it's a lot of work, to be honest, which is why we have a very massive compliance team. My compliance team is led by a gentleman called Mo. Mo used to work in JP Morgan, and he has the experience in dealing with multiple global payment regulations, and that has really come to us right as an advantage right as a company. Yeah. So we work with everybody, and today we are partnering with Safaricom in Kenya for M-Pesa. We're also working with Airtel as well, working with banks and people like Pesa Power, or people like Pesa Link rather, who have been, partners and work with. Our biggest strength as a company is partnerships, and for us that's the way to go. It takes a village. We work with everybody to build this infrastructure. I think Africa is now rising, right? Things are growing. I'm happy to see startups in Africa commanding the attention of top Silicon Valley investors and global as well, which is good for everybody, right? So I think it's good for the ecosystem that people are getting funded. They can then build the goals and the thing we want to build. Yeah. Well, fintech is very important. The payment landscape needs to be actually solved for us to scale as a continent. Like I mentioned earlier, payment is getting a big piece. So is also logistics as well. Those things are very important. They are the pillars upon which commerce can stand in Africa. Once you get payment solved, and we have also logistics solved, you then see very new commerce happening across. So it's just normal. It's a global trend for fintech. So we just raised our Series B round, led by Eve Ventures and Greycroft Capital, also with people like Visa, WorldPay as our new investors. We have also Endeavor Catalyst, we have 4DX Ventures, CRE Ventures, Green Visor Capital, right? Which for us is a way of getting the next funding for growth, for expansion, and to deepen our customer obsession as well. Kenya. Our job right now is to scale Kenya up and get enough market share and grow this ecosystem, and also provide services to small businesses in Kenya who can use us for payment. Yeah. So we look at payment we have to provide services to sectors. So education is one piece, gaming is one piece, restaurant is one piece. We also have things like travel, our job is to deepen our work in those areas and help the merchants in those sectors.
Oh, really? No audio? I'm surprised. Oh, this was a good video. All right, I'm sorry about that. All right, so from this video, it has been confirmed that Flutterwave is also from Nigeria. So congratulations again, Nigeria. You've done well. There is another video I've been playing. It's not this one. I just don't know where it is now. I'll try and look for it. And they made it appear that Flutterwave, but Flutterwave has done well. They also have huge investments and huge funding as well. So Flutterwave has really, really done well. All right. So yes, you are flattered. Nigeria, that's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. Well done. Well done, Nigeria. Yes. So things will get better, and we need to keep pushing and keep working together. We need to keep working together to make things better. Yeah. So let's think. Just have ideas and do things. Do things. All right. So that's it. Wow. What is the disturbing story of Flutterwave? Don't worry, just clickbait. All right. So Flutterwave is the next solution. Well done. Solving the same problem for us. So now there's no excuse. The only excuse, before there was a problem, now the problem is solved. The only thing is you, the tech person, integrating it. That's the only thing. All right. So in WordPress, you can install a plugin, but then once you get into it, there's an API you can use for your payment. All right. So if you are building a website, you can fetch the API and connect it into your platform to receive payments. All right. The next one I'll talk about is Haptel. Please type Haptel in the chat for me. And those of us who know about Haptel, where is Haptel from? Those who know Haptel, where is Haptel from? Haptel. Let me see. Those who will talk about Haptel, where is it from? Yay! Tony says Haptel is from Ghana. So Ghana, we too, we get our own. Yes, Haptel. I know a lot about Haptel. Yes. Haptel back in the day used to be called SMSGH, and they were providing direct service to our company, Multimedia Group Limited. They started this company as a messaging company where they allow you to send bulk messaging. So the company used to be called SMSGH back in the day. So I know them from very, very long time. It's a company in Ghana, one proud company in Ghana made up of serious tech people. Some of my friends and some of those that I started with back in the day work there. Top tech people, very intelligent tech people who have spent time to learn and are good. So Haptel is another company made up of tech pros, and they have provided solution in terms of payment. Today in Ghana, Haptel is facilitating a lot of internal payments. So their problem is bridging the gap across nations. But in Ghana, Haptel is super. You can order food, you can do a lot of things, a lot of stores, a lot of restaurants are using Haptel. Haptel is doing wonderful work in Ghana and they are doing well in Ghana. So the only problem with Haptel is that Haptel is more limited to Ghana, but it is highly effective. As a matter of fact, I still use Haptel for my bulk messaging. And if you want to do bulk SMS with a branded ID to your customers, Haptel, you can use it to send messages. All you have to do is to go to haptel.com, register, go to bulk SMS, and you can send bulk messages. If you guys were in Ghana, I would have sent you a bulk message right now. So this bulk message will not come from, let's say, my phone number. It will come from the company. So the way when you are there, you receive a message from MTN or you receive a message from so-and-so company on your phone. Haptel is what we use in Ghana. You can send bulk messages to thousands and thousands and thousands through your Haptel account. It's cheap and very effective. I've actually used this to build my business for a very, very long time. I've done a lot with Haptel. So Haptel is a true solution, a proud solution, a powerful solution in Africa. Sorry, in Ghana. Haptel. Ghana also has PaySwitch. Sometimes when I'm teaching these things, it's to Ghanaian students. So some of these platforms are local. I've not separated the international ones, but at least the first two are international in terms of Africa. Yes. On global scale, we use Skrill. PayPal is a problem because of Africa, but globally it works. So if your customers are outside Africa, PayPal is the best. Stripe is also there. Skrill is also there that you can use. Skrill used to be called Let's Pay. They are also effective. And another one I'll mention before we end. And one of the global solutions is Payoneer. Payoneer is very powerful. That's all of you should look into Payoneer. And please type Payoneer in the chat for me. This is another great solution that can help you to receive payment globally, especially if you do remote jobs and you want to be paid, especially if you do freelance work and you want to be paid, especially if you work on Fiverr and Upwork. If you can't receive PayPal, you can receive Payoneer. Payoneer is a great platform you can use to receive payments globally and let the money come into your bank account. You just enter your bank details. They've connected with almost several banks. You just type your bank details and tomorrow your money is in your bank from your Payoneer. So use your Payoneer to receive it and you can have it in your account. So with this one, you don't even have to be a business. As an individual, you can register with Payoneer and you can receive your payments. If you work on Fiverr Fiverr is a place you can sell your services on Fiverr and get customers from around the world. So you can use Fiverr and use Payoneer to receive your payment. And anytime you're receiving global payments, Payoneer is another great option. And one of the reasons why I like Payoneer is this. The moment you register an account with Payoneer, even though it's an online payment platform, Payoneer will give you two bank accounts, one in US and one in UK. They will give you two bank accounts and you get a bank account number that you can use to receive payments. So you have a UK bank, you have a US bank. So if you want to make payments in UK, payments in US, if you want to receive payments from UK, US, you can use your Payoneer bank account. I'm not talking about the online account. You get a bank account. And with that bank account, you can receive payment into your online account and the payment appears in your account and you can withdraw it straight into your local bank in your country. So Payoneer is good. And they also have affiliate links. For example, as I'm talking to you about Payoneer, I could have sent you a link that you can use to register your Payoneer. And anytime you start doing business, the moment you start doing business, they will start paying the person who referred you. But I'm just introducing it as part of the course. So you can go there yourself and you can just register Payoneer anytime you need it for online transactions. All right, so this is all we'll talk about regarding payment. And the next thing is shipping. So anytime you are ready to work on a real website project, in WordPress, you need to set your shipping. In the video, I'll add how to configure the shipping. You can set free shipping or set shipping options in different ways. Shipping is has several options, and just like adding products has several options depending on the type of product, shipping too has a lot of options that when you are building an e-commerce site and you will be shipping physical goods, you need to configure the shipping so that you know how it goes. If you charge for shipping, if it's free, if there'll be tax on shipping, if there'll be tracking, whatever, WooCommerce controls all of that completely. Apart from the fact that when you are selling products that are not physical, then when you are adding the product like we discussed yesterday, you can indicate that they are virtual products or downloadable products. If they are downloadable products, you just have to provide a download link for them to download the product when they are done with payment. Yes, so WooCommerce controls shipping, and I'll add a shipping clip to the video. And in case whenever you are building a real e-commerce site and you need to configure shipping, you can do that over here. So these are the main key points of our lecture today. The next thing I'll quickly mention is called Google Analytics. Please type this in the chat for me. Google Analytics, Google Analytics, Google Analytics, Google Analytics. Yes, and Google Analytics is the data analytics platform from Google that from several years ago has been the secret behind monitoring your website. And today is still the number one tool for monitoring your website. If you have a serious website, you need to connect it with Google Analytics. With Google Analytics, you will know what is happening on your website. When I say what is happening on your website, what do we mean? Google Analytics is a web analytics service offered by Google that tracks and reports website traffic and everything happening on your website. You will know how many people visited your website today, how many people visited your website yesterday if you want to find out, last week if you want to find out, This week, if you want to find out, last month, if you want to find out, last 3 months, last 4 months, this month, a particular month, this year, last year, whenever, any range of time that you want to find out how many people have been on your website. Google Analytics is just the best. You can know where your visitors came from. You can know their countries, their continent, their region. You can know how they discovered your site. You can know what they are doing on your site, what they like about your site, where they spend more time. You get all the data about your website, the age group of your visitors. With Google Analytics, you can actually streamline your business because the data will inform you to know the group that patronize your service, the age group that are more interested in your business or your website. They will give you the focus of your top customers. They'll tell you the pages they visit and the pages they like the most. You will know what is working, what is not working. And my favorite part of Google Analytics is called real-time analytics. Real-time analytics. Please type that in the chat for me. Real-time analytics. What is real-time analytics? Real-time analytics shows you how many people are on the website right now. It is so beautiful to log into real-time analytics in Google Analytics, and you just see people joining and leaving, joining and joining and joining and joining, and you see them on the map. You see them pop up from their countries. So you have a giant map and you see people popping up, and you are seeing the number rolling, increasing. When somebody leaves, it tells you. When someone joins, it tells you. And it's real time, like now. If you go to Google Analytics, you will know how many people are on my site right now. Apart from that, what are they doing? Which pages are they browsing? You will know everything. Google Analytics is so good. So all you have to do is to go to Google Analytics and register an account. They'll give you a code to install in your website. Just like I mentioned to you, if you want to add code to your WordPress, come to Appearance, Theme File Editor. Make sure you select the theme you are trying to work with. Select the theme over here, and then go to the header.php file. And in the header.php file, you can add code to it. All right, you can add your code over here. All right, please make sure not to delete something important, but add your code where it needs to be. This means that you need to understand the basics of HTML, the basics of how code works, so that you don't put your code like this is a loop here. This is an if statement here from PHP. You don't put your code here. If you put your code there, how is it going to work? It only works when the if statement fails. So place your code somewhere that is outside an operation and your code will work. And if you have Google Analytics on your site, it tracks everything. Yesterday, I mentioned Google AdSense to you. Today, I'm not talking about AdSense. Yesterday, I mentioned AdSense. AdSense is a program that can help you to make money. It can help you to run a website and earn money online. And this is what you use to collect your payments. And this is what you use not just to collect your payment. This is what you use to place the ad on your website, join the Google Ad network, and get the code from to place ads on your website, and you see your money and your earnings in your dashboard. And when you reach a threshold of $100 in your balance, then you will be paid at the end of the month through Western Union. So Western Union will come to you from Google. You just go and collect. I've collected several times. And Google Analytics can pay, Google AdSense can let you make a lot of money. If you have a popular website, you can make a lot of money. If you are running a YouTube channel, they all come into the same account. And I have seen a lot of money working with a big company, controlling the AdSense, my own AdSense that I've experienced over the years. I've seen a lot of money through Google AdSense. And like I mentioned to you, those who are successful online, the kind of money they are making, they are not interested in jobs. I've seen top professionals who have quit their jobs just to do YouTube and blog. Top professionals, top professionals, even doctors who have quit their job because the content they create makes serious money for them. There's no time to take you through those content right now. But if you build a good platform, you can earn a lot and it becomes recurring, it becomes passive, and it transforms your finances so much. So AdSense is also there. So we have Google Analytics different from AdSense. And the final thing I'll talk about today is called SEO. Please type it in the chat for me, SEO. I didn't say CEO. I said SEO. And SEO stands for Search Engine Optimization. SEO stands for Search Engine Optimization. When it comes to building websites, another area is making sure your work is found. Okay, we talked about the importance of web hosting and we talked about you putting your website online because a beautiful website you have built locally, if it doesn't go online, nobody sees it. And so your website doesn't do anything because you are just looking at it yourself. You are the only one who knows about your website. So you have to put it online. But putting it online too is not just enough because nobody knows about it. There are millions and millions of websites online. Your new website is a needle in a digital haystack. Nobody knows about it. And so you can promote your site through digital marketing. One of the ways to promote your website through digital marketing is SEO, search engine optimization. SEO is a powerful way to make your website rank high. What is it about? First, you can see that there's search engine there. This means that it works through search engines like Google Search, Yahoo Search, Bing. These are search engines. And you see the word optimization. This means that there is something you have to do to your website after the development of your site. SEO is a different course altogether. It's a course under digital marketing. It's not a course under web development. It's a different course altogether. And it's something you do to your website after it exists. You do SEO to your website. You optimize your website for search engines. The same way you can optimize an image for the image to load faster, you can optimize your website for it to be found by search engine. Why is this necessary? Because when somebody needs something, first of all, they don't know you. Nobody will go online and type your company name unless your friends, those who know you, those who have heard of you. But the market is so big that if you think you are popular, you are joking. You are not yet popular. Even if you are known by 10,000 people, you are not popular. Don't think everybody knows you. No, people don't know you yet. But people know what they need. And when people need something, they go online and they search. That is what people do all over the world. They search. So what you want is that when somebody searches for what they need and it aligns with what you do, then your website should come up. It should come to page 1 of the search. And most importantly, it should come to #1 position. Wow. And if your website can come to #1 position, if you do the statistics on Google, there are billions of searches a day. If out of these billions of searches, you can get a few thousands to land on your website, you can get a lot of business just through search. And the beautiful thing about search is that it is a marketing that is free. How is it free? People just find you and they come to you and they do business with you. That is what is free about it. It's not like you are paying for advertisements. But you need to pay a professional to do SEO for you. I'm not talking to you, I'm talking to the customers. For you, I'm telling you that SEO is another course in digital marketing. It's not what we have done. What we have done is a different course. SEO is a different course. We have not yet done SEO, so your website is not yet optimized for search. So SEO is another course on its own. And there are several things. Because when somebody searches for something, there's an algorithm in the search engine that brings the best website to the customer. So Google is trying their best to make sure that the best results are given to the visitors of Google, those who search. And so you need to optimize your website to meet the demands of Google so that it will rank high. And instead of paying a lot for advertisement, SEO can give you free business, free customers, a lot of success. And you are not the only one who knows about SEO. All your competitors know about it. And so everybody is fighting to get page 1. Everybody is fighting to rank number 1, number 2, or number 3. That is why you need to fight as well and fight harder. Because if you don't, what is going to happen is that even if somebody searches for what you do, let's say you are a shoemaker in Kenya. This is what somebody will search. Have you seen someone, Don and Brad said, this is a person who will get a business. But your website will also be on the list. But see, your website will be on, watch this, page 10, page 14. You think it's only page 10, but if you go, you realize that there's 14, there's 18. If you go, there's page 22. If you go again, there is page 23. If you check again, there is page 23. Please, if your website appears on page 23, you are not going to get any clicks. It's good you are on the list, but nobody will click on you. So where do you want to be? Tell me in the chat. Where do you want to be in the search results? When somebody uses a search engine online, where do you want to be? Number 1. This is where you want to be. Yes. Yes. This is where you want to be. This is where you want to be. Page 1. Not just page 1. Position number 1, 2, 3. Yes. Top 3 on page 1. Yes. If you are there, then you get free customers and a lot of business, a lot of profit every day. Every day. And so there's a race, there's a fight to get to number 1. So if you are into shoe business, for example, this thing I have typed here, it is called a keyword. Shoemaker or shoemakers in Kenya. This is a keyword. So you optimize your website around this keyword in a way that when somebody types shoemaker in your website, the Google crawler will find your website. So some of the services you have on your website, the search engine will pick them up and put your site on the list when somebody searches for those things. So this is how businesses grow rapidly and so fast, because they are not paying for adverts. They are ranking high. And they understand the process of getting ranked. Or they have hired tech professionals who know how to get you ranked high. And it's not like today, you just start a new website and you'll be number 1. It doesn't work that way. Remember, everybody is fighting to be number 1. And how long you've been around also counts. It's not a determiner, but it also counts. The first thing that counts is optimizing your website around keywords. So you need to come up with strategic keywords that people will search for or will use when they are searching for what you do. So again, I can't tell you much about it because it's a different course altogether. There's nothing enough I can tell you for you to understand unless it's a different course altogether. So let's watch a short clip about it and then we'll wrap up. So we'll be closing soon.
Today, 94% of consumers and businesses search the internet before buying a new product or service. They submit their keywords for search and get a list of relevant websites in return. People tend to visit websites that are at the top of these lists because they appear to be more relevant to their search. Most find their competitors at the top of these lists. Studies show that if your website is not at the top of these lists, you'll never reach your customers online. If you've ever wondered why your competitors' rank is better than yours, then know it's because of a marketing technique called SEO. SEO means search engine optimization. This technique helps your site rank higher than the millions of other sites in response to certain keywords when searched. The search engine system collects information about every page on the web and can help people find exactly what they're looking for. When your page gets higher rankings, it helps more people to find you. To get higher rankings, your website must have all the ingredients that search engines are looking for. This is where SEO can help. SEO looks for text, contents, links, page titles, and other pieces of relevant information contained in the HTML code of your website. This way, when someone searches for books, the search engine will narrow the results to show pages that contain the words searched for. To get more business, your website has to be on the first page of all the major search engines for the specific keywords that are relevant to your potential customers. Without SEO, your site will never be found online by your customers. In today's competitive world, you need solid SEO techniques to get your site to the top of the search results. We are experts in SEO. We help businesses become more visible on the internet. Visit our website to learn more about us.
All right, so this is search engine optimization.
Today,
And this is the last thing I'll mention to bring the Webmaster class to a successful end. We have learned so much. We have been introduced to a lot. And we've done very well. We've done very well. And I congratulate you for going through this course successfully each and every day. It has been tough, but this is how real training looks like. So we've worked on projects, and the requirement for your projects is that you need to complete your corporate website, and then make sure there's a blog as part of your corporate website. And also in 3 weeks, you need to complete work for a client. Those are the requirements, and you need to take them seriously and work on them. Remember, like I mentioned to you, your certifications, your training, they are being funded by others. And so they are requirements for what we are doing. So kindly go through it. Next week, we are starting our AWS training. And by the time we finish, we are going to write the industry examination and get certified by AWS. And if you have not met requirements, you will not be prioritized until you have completed the requirements for the examination. So please make sure now that we are in the process, you are doing everything you are supposed to do. Make sure you are working very, very hard and you do your work, okay? Please do that. And very soon, we are going to be going through our AWS and our specialization. At Rita Africa, we are working very, very hard. We are going to achieve so much, so much, so much. This cohort, you are blessed. We are going to achieve so much. We are going to learn so much. And a whole lot is going to happen. Let's keep working hard. Let's keep fighting. Let's keep praying. Let's keep up the good work. And because we are going to for a weekend now, I've decided that I'm going to let you use this weekend as well to add something to your work, so that on Monday we will put it online finally. Because instead of having little to do over the weekend, I want you to use your time to add more value to your work. And on Monday, by then, I'm sure everyone would have had enough time to complete their work. So make sure you have a completed work on Monday, because on Monday we are going online. I wanted to do it today, but I just thought about it and I said, okay, because of the weekend, let me just relax more. And the morning class, they were happy about that news, even though most of them have done so well. I know that you two, you have done very, very well. So just use the weekend. We have a long weekend. Use it to add something to your work. And I'll see you on Monday. So finally, this is the conclusion of our webmaster training. And I'm going to see you next week. If you have any question, you can ask. If you want to make any contribution, you can do that. But it's been a wonderful time, a wonderful journey. And again, like I mentioned to you, this course that I've provided to you has made a real impact in my life. And so I'm sharing what has worked for me and what will work for you. Prepare you to advance in tech, take care of your financial problems, help put money in your pocket, and do a whole lot. All right. So if you have any question, I can see I asked a question yesterday. I don't remember your question. So if you have a question, you can ask. You can ask. So it's been a wonderful journey, and we've been here each and every day working, each and every day learning, and we are making progress. So we are going to continue learning, continue building, continue making progress, and you are going to see what we have done. Please, as you are studying online, make sure you are going through the course and the course is going through you. It's not enough to just turn on your phone or your machine and be listening. You need to go through it, okay? All right, so it says if you launch your website, you won't be able to edit it again. Okay, all right, so there is an issue on this particular server with WordPress posts and pages. So this particular server that we are on, there's a particular issue on it with WordPress posts and pages. So once we go online, we will not be able to edit. However, you can still make changes offline later and re-migrate it or update it. So you will not be able to make changes on the website online, but you can update changes from offline to online, go through the migration process again. But then it is only this server, okay? It's only this server. Any other server, it should work. There's just a particular issue with this server. That is why it is that way. So complete the work offline before you move it online. That's the answer to the question. All right. Okay. So like I said again, with this particular server, even though that issue is there, you can still make changes offline and update it online. So once we learn how to migrate it, we will know how it works. Okay. It's been great having you all in class, learning with you. It's been a wonderful time. Officially, we have brought the Webmaster class to an end. Thank you all. I'll see you on Monday. Have a lovely weekend, and I'll see you later. All the best. Bye-bye.